Hello again, here we are today. We're at Stocks Reservoir in Gisburn, Lancashire. We have been asking people for a few recommendations where to have a little walk around here. A nice place out in country. And Don's mum and dad came up with the idea of having a wander around here. So we're going to have a walk around here, show you what we see.
Yes, come with us, join us on his adventures and hope you enjoy.
Should be a good one. You can see we've got Jordan with us, so it's always funny watching him walk like. So away we go. Hey, before we set off, I can't help but give you a shot of that. Look at that for a view. Was a nice drive to get here. Now we have actually got it. Scenery is absolutely beautiful. Let's give you a look at the other side of the bridge and all. It's an absolutely glorious day. There's a little trail up here to the left of it. But as we've pulled up, we see this sign here. It says Forest Walkers with Warris and Gromit this way. And that's the way we want to go, so we're going to head round here. Not too sure what the walk with Warris and Gromit is. I think they've got little statues or sculptures or something, I'm not too sure. Neither of us never been here. But according to Dawn's mum and dad, it is a cracking walk and there's a few deers about. We might even have a chance of seeing a woodpecker.
Yeah, hopefully. Hope we don't see one, we might hear one at least.
Definitely. Yeah, Philip. I can't see you sticking to the path for so long when you've got forest round you like that.
So especially if you see something at distance.
Look how nice it looks in there. I do like dense woodland. As always, we'll be keeping his eyes out for any type of sign from UK big black cats. You know, we'll be looking out for scratches on trees and even bits and bats of scats and spray, things like that.
And footprints.
Yeah, of course, footprints. So if any of you do notice anything in the background that we haven't seen at the time, would be greatly appreciated if you could let us know. Just look how blue that water is, look.
It is, it looks
superb, isn't it? That's alright, isn't it? A little bit of advice, like if you're walking dog. Not sure what that is here. What do you think that is, Don?
I'm not too sure.
We've been looking into a bit more at things that are forageable and what's edible out in country, but we ain't too clued up enough yet. We know odd things, you know, like wild garlic and a few edible flowers. But we don't want to be telling people what things are and that we're not too sure of, so just in case we poison someone. There you go, look, there's another one of them signs. Let's try to get another look at that as we go past. And it looks like we go through a stile here, then up through that one and start heading up outside at woodland.
How dark it is in there.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that. I don't know if you can pick up these bird sounds like we can hear them there at the minute, but absolutely beautiful. Oh. I don't know if anyone's watched his previous videos, but we did find out what they were and it did confirm it is rhubarb.
And primroses.
Yeah, and there's some primroses. Dawn does like them. Let's get a better shot at rhubarb, like. Hey, we'll keep heading this way for you.
You know what the strangest thing? When we were looking in river near Pike in Barley, they had rhubarb actually growing in the river.
Yeah, I've
I've
seen
never
that.
seen that before.
No, I haven't. It was strange.
Yeah.
That's what made me think I might have made a mistake. It might not be rhubarb because it was actually growing. It broke itself, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Must have given you a shot behind us, like. Look at all that. Give you a shot at that height or something. We have been hearing quite a lot of what we think could be woodpeckers. But to tell you the truth, the sounds we got off internet, it were, well, what's the word? I recognised the sound instantly, like it's a common sound we do here as we're walking about. So, I'm not sure if there's other birds that sound the same as them.
Yeah.
It'd be quite easy to misidentify them, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but we've not heard any actual drumming.
Yeah, we seem to hear the whistling sound and chirping, but none of us have heard any drumming whatsoever. Look at that old grass is led down there for a reason, isn't it?
Yeah.
We have been told there is a lot of deers up here. From look at ground you can see why, can't you? There's ideal for them.
Yeah.
It's absolutely too hot for me, this. Out over 12 degrees and that's it, I just want to curl up under a tree.
Not that hot for you.
I'm absolutely astonished. I'm walking around, I can literally hear my sins sizzling. And you touch Dawn hands, and it's like a corpse. Her hands feel icy to touch.
What night?
Is that what they say that, don't they? Cold hands, warm heart.
Yeah.
Well, I'd rather have warm hands than a cold heart, to tell you the truth, that. Right, we'll keep heading this way. Just give you a shot of that first spooky tree, look.
Yeah. It looks a bit less creepy because it's getting a few leaves on, but it does look like it belongs in bayou or something with all that moss.
Yeah. That is a tree straight out of an horror film, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't understand though, it's got new shoots on it. It does just crumble as if it's dead.
Yeah, crazy. Well, that's what's so fascinating about nature, isn't it?
Oh yes. That's why you're never bored on a walk in country.
Yeah.
Mother Nature's imagination's a lot more vast than any humans, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're never bored or short of unexpected, you never know what you're going to see on a walk. I'm very tempted to go off track and start walking deep into the woods, but like I say, none of us have ever been here before, and Jordan's not too keen on wandering off into the woods like he does like to stick to the tracks. I think he's a bit frightened of getting lost, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. When you're gonna get us lost, he says.
Yeah.
What you Jordan?
Yeah. I don't mind going in the woods for a like path.
What's that way?
I don't mind going in the woods for I like to stick to a path.
Oh, definitely. If anyone's wondering what that's about, it ain't a fashion statement. When we took him up Parlick Hill the other day, he did burn up top of his head and back of his neck, so he's used his noodle this time and give himself a bit of protection. I'm sure you'll all agree though, it's some statement pieces, isn't it?
It does its job.
Oh, definitely. He does tend to go more for extreme side of things. He don't really wear common stuff, does he?
No.
I'm trying to think it word.
He's unique.
Oh, he's definitely unique. That's definitely that word to describe Jordan's unique.
Yeah.
Just look how dark it's getting in there though. I think we might have to veer off into there shortly because I'm absolutely sizzling. But I am pretty lucky with my skin. I don't really suffer for sunburn. Oh, I did other year, but that was for my own fault.
Yeah.
I went on a sunbed for way too long and I couldn't move for about 3 days afterwards, but I've never really burnt myself actually in sunlight. This has that dragonfly there. I don't know if cameras picked that up.
Is it a dragonfly or butterfly?
I'm not too sure. I think the view I got of it, it looked like a dragonfly, but as it turned, it could have been a butterfly. Yeah. All these trees here I did think were dead at first glance, but when you look at them they have all got new shoots starting to sprout up on them.
Yeah.
I do know woodpeckers only tend to go for dead wood, so I think we're flogging a dead Lewis, trying to find them in this bit. But I would like to get a shot for them for a one.
Yeah, then you can complete your challenge I'll give you.
Yeah, I like it when you set me little tasks like that. You do know how stubborn I am. I'll be waking you up at 3-4 o'clock in the morning.
I wonder what that hill is.
Trying to get you out and about to find one as time starts passing and I haven't found one. Yeah, I'm not too sure what them hills are in distance. That's usually a sure sign of deer's about, when you start seeing stuff like that out in country. Especially on walks, because they put that there and it to protect them from deer's eating them and antlers and stuff, yeah.
Have a look at that tree.
I was looking at that up way up, but I nearly commented on how straight it were, but then I found it with a telegraph pole. I did just hear some rustling down here, eh? Right, well we've just come through there. We seem to come out at wooded area now. We've got to a bit more of an open area. But just look how amazing that looks.
It is, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Just seems to have a bit of an island in the middle. I don't know if you can get to it from the other side, but that would be a nice place to sit down and relax for a while, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
As far as I can tell, this path's going to take us up into that wooded area up there. Yeah. There's another one out over there, look, I didn't even see that.
That's...
Yeah, I don't think that's an island now, is it? Somebody with a bit of a boat on there, ferrying people back and forth, they make quite a decent wage for it there, wouldn't they, on a day like this?
Yeah.
I'd love to go and sit on that. I wouldn't fancy getting in and trying to swim to it. Like I've said previously, I ain't exactly a strong swimmer. I can swim enough to get out at water if I fall in it, but that's about as far as it goes. It's not something I'd do for fun.
That water's not safe to swim in. There was a sign saying blue-green algae toxic.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is that toxic for ingestion? Touch?
Don't come into contact with it, it says.
Well, I do know it's not safe to go swimming on days like this anyway, because there's a big temperature difference, isn't there, between getting in water and getting out. It can put you into shock. I've had something like that.
Yeah.
I think that was last week I was reading that. I will be switching camera on and off quite a bit more than we have been doing previously. As we did get told, as videos are starting to end up a little bit long. And I don't want that putting people off watching them, but if you are thinking that last few of his videos are a bit long, because I think his last ones were an hour 44, so
yeah.
If you can watch it in 2 parts or even 3 parts, stick a little bit on before you go to bed. But if you have any views or comments on that, if you could let us know, that would be appreciated. Last thing we want to do is be boring people. Well, that sheep there's got right idea, look. Other sheep are baking in fields. That one's only one with a bit of sense, look. Stood under the shade of the tree. Well, we're not used to this. It does seem quite flat, and it does feel like we are pretty high up without actually climbing up anything.
Yeah.
So Jordan's enjoying that bit.
It does. A foot high walk, which is weird.
That looks like the view we got from other side of Parlock Hill, doesn't it?
It does.
Parlock Hill. It looks like the other hill we're seeing in distance.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure if it is. I won't quote me on it, but it's very similar looking. Well, all hills are though, aren't they?
Yeah.
When you're high up and you're looking down, you just see all these little bits of wooded areas dotted about.
Yeah.
That one over there, it looks absolutely vast, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks massive.
I don't think this walk's going to take us as long as we intentionally thought, or first thought. We might go and have a little wander around them later on. All depends how we feel once we've made it around this reservoir. Well, I'm glad Dawn just noticed that sign pointing that way, because I were just getting carried away and heading straight down there. I'm sure you agree, that little island out in the middle there, that would be a cracking place for a coffee time. Look how blue water looks.
It's absolutely stunning.
It is, it's nice up here, very nice scenery. Just look how well kept up grass is up here. It's almost like a golf pitch, isn't it? putting green or something, didn't it?
Yeah.
Then you looked at its outlook and it's all like that. That's absolutely perfect for them curlews, so we might see a few of them if we're quiet enough and still enough.
Yeah. In long grass areas. I did hear what sounded like curlews, but then they go quiet as soon as they hear your voice.
Yeah. It looks like we're coming up to a bit of a wooded area again. I'm not too sure if path takes us through it. Just goes round reservoir, we're not too sure. But we hope you're all enjoying what you see. We know there's a lot of you that can't get out and about, and that's one of the main motivations for us doing these type of videos. You know, to let people experience these type of views and stuff we wouldn't usually. That does make us happy when we get messages and comments saying thanks for stuff like that.
It's nice to hear, and it does give you inspiration to do more.
Oh, it's like Mick always says from Sky Watcher, always let somebody know, you know, if you are going out, always let somebody know what time you'll be back. Pack a little backpack as if you were going to stop out for at night, but make it as light as you can. But on days like this, I'm sure you'll all agree, water's a must. Even a little jacket, because it's very easy to get caught out. I mean, I'm in a vest now. It is a very hot day, you know, it's like 15 degrees, but tonight it will get down to, well, it's expected to get down to 201. It is quite a significant drop. It is enough to put your body into shock, so if you did go over, twist your ankle, break your leg, you were stuck out here, it'd be an absolute terrible night.
Yeah, we are in a no signal area.
Yeah, you can't always depend on your phones, like Dawn just said, there's no signal here whatsoever. I was just walking past her and just look how all them trees have gone, look at one side like that.
Yeah.
It does give impression something big's been trudging through it, doesn't it?
Yeah, used to happen when them Bob storms happened in winter.
Yeah. Yeah, one big one hits one and then causes a bit of a domino effect.
Yeah.
There are some very tall trees them though, aren't they?
They are.
I'm sure I just heard a woodpecker in there then. But I'm no expert, it could have been anything at all. Does that sound like a woodpecker to you, Dawn?
The squeak, squeak, squeak does, but it's...
Yeah, it does sound like that.
Yeah.
Sound you downloaded, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But without the drumming.
Yeah, on the internet after it called came the drumming.
If anybody is clued up on out like that, and they do recognise that sound, it'd be great if you could let us know. Just checking prints out. I'm not too sure what that is, but it was nice to see. I couldn't tell if that were some type of moth or a butterfly, but it looked like a leaf, didn't it? That was well camouflaged.
Was it like an orangey colour with a white speck?
Yeah.
Yeah, red admiral.
I like a bit of an eye on its back.
Yeah, it's a red admiral butterfly.
Is that what it were?
Yeah.
Only not cabbage, are they called cabbage white or something like that?
Yeah.
Only really recognise them ones. Well, I think I'm going fossil daft and woodpecker daft now. Every time I'm eating a bird, I'm thinking it's a woodpecker.
There are some really nice sounds though coming out at woods.
Yeah, there is. Very relaxing.
Yeah.
I couldn't recommend getting out and about, walking about. I couldn't recommend it enough. I mean, it'd have been quite easy today to go and sit in the backyard, a crate of beer, a bit of a barbecue. You know what I mean? It's a very easy trap to fall in. I'd much rather be out and about doing this. Don't mean there's that wrong with, you know, with people who do that. We do like doing that ourselves, but
Definitely.
not last summer, summer before it. I think we spent the entire summer in bubbling in backyard, didn't
Yeah,
we?
in hot tub.
Yeah, I did enjoy it at the time, but I look back at it now and think of all that glorious weather. I think what a waste of a summer.
Not really, because I still couldn't walk about.
Yeah, that's true. It's easy to forget that, isn't it?
Yeah, we're more using hot tub as therapy because it helped my legs loads.
I do think that had a big part in your legs becoming a lot better than what they were, you know.
Yeah.
I do think there was something to all them bubbles up down. I also hope camera's picking up birds sounds like we can hear them. If you are watching this just before you go to bed, I'm sure it'll be a nice way of falling asleep. You're doing alright, Jordan.
I've not noticed the public access into these woods yet.
Yeah, that's what I've been looking for. I've been looking for a little way into them.
Yeah.
So far we haven't seen anything. I just had to stop and give you a quick shot at how sun shimmering on water. I did think it would come into a bit of a stop with water, then I thought we were going to end up going round to it back, but just seems to be continuing a bit more down here, so we'll keep heading down here for us.
Yeah, it's quite deceiving, isn't it, until you turn slightly and see the rest of it.
Yeah, as it started going left then I thought it were going to start heading round to it right. I didn't know water continued. Look at that fern house over there, look. That'd be an absolute brilliant place to live, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it just?
Won't get much of a view out your back window though, would you?
No.
So it would always be back of your mind as you were going to sleep. I hope there's not a big wind and fetches down a few of them trees.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you?
They're a bit close, aren't they? Eh?
Yeah.
I'll just give you a shot of that. We've just stopped to give Jordan a bit of a break. There he's like. He's struggling quite bad today. Well, I think it's the heat. But we've just been talking, and I know we mentioned it in his other videos, but just look how low the reservoir seems. We've not been here, so we're not 100%, but you can see where water line should be. I mean, it's like that up way, man, look. And as we went out to Pendle and Barley, you know, Black Moss Reservoir and Ogden Reservoir, it had dropped significantly. You know, it was a good 3-4 foot lower than what it usually is. You can see where water line should be, well, it's got to. Well, this weather is supposed to go at weekend. It did look like we're in for a bit of rain, so hopefully they should all fill back up again. Look at these little houses all dotted about on landscape, look. I would love to live in a little secluded place like that out in the middle of nowhere, but you don't actually know until you're in one day, you know, and you experience it. You could end up getting lonely or something. That house there is absolutely beautiful. Just waving at Caleb. Hey, we'll finish his drink, then head down that way for you. Well, just before we set off, I just thought I'd give you another look at that. I mean, I'm sure you can tell that's supposed to be like a jetty out into the water, so just to give you another shot of how low the reservoir actually is. Right, now we've finished his drink. We'll carry on down this way. I am very tempted to just hop over that fence and have a quick 20 minutes, half an hour outwards. But there could be a way in there round at bottom, so we'll have a little look. I'll just give you another shot of one of them. But as we were sitting there having his drinks, there were 4 or 5 black butterflies flying around us, but as I lifted up my phone they did vanish into the woods, and there were a couple of them, I think they're called cabbage whites. So we have done quite a bit of walking lately, like it, nice weather, but they were the first butterflies we've come across. There's absolutely loads of them around here. Just to give you a shot of that, look on way past. Can you see new shoots coming up on it?
Looks like it should be dead with how it's split and fell over.
Then you look at it, look, it's completely split in half. It looks like it's been struck with lightning. It's the same at the other side of it. I have absolutely no idea how that's still alive. And look, just turns to dust. It's a resilient thing, is nature, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not sure what that little flower is there, look. was poking its head out all on its dog. I think it was a buttercup. I'm not 100%. Oh, it seems like we're going away from wooded area now. Oh, there's a bit of a sty in there, so.
Oh yeah.
So there is a way in. But for now, we'll just keep following it round.
We can come back another time and do that maybe.
Yeah, definitely. I do think there will be a load of deer in there. I don't know if I'm imagining it, but every sound I'm hearing in there sounds like a woodpecker.
Is that a deer? Or am I seeing things? No, it's just a bush.
I know what you mean, it did look like the back half of a deer, didn't it?
Yeah, I thought it was a tail, but no, it's just a bush.
No, it's not, it's a deer.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow, look how still that stood, how well camouflaged it is.
Yeah, but that's one next to it then. You can just see its tail.
Yeah, it's a deer.
Look at it watching us like we're watching that.
There's another one there, look. It always astonishes me just how still they stand.
Oh, well, you said there'd be a lot of deer. That means no one's going to fall over today then.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we will just leave that to it.
Oh, that's super cool.
Oh, it definitely feels like a walk now, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. No one's going to fall over. Don't feel like a walk unless someone falls over or we see deer.
I can't believe it would have stood there. It's still as that, just watching us watching it.
I wasn't sure if it were a deer or a bush.
I bet it was Jordan's hat that startled it. Look at that for an absolutely beautiful house. Wow.
Bet that's old.
It looks it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That looks like the type of house Hansel and Gretel had gone in, you know what I mean? There should be a trail of sweets or something leading up to that one. You get a bit of a eerie feeling from that one for some reason, don't you? Is that just me?
No, it does look spooky. That's why I said I bet it's old.
What about you, Jordan? Do you get a bit of an eerie feeling from that house over there?
No, I like it.
You like it?
Well, that confirms it then.
Looks like something should be in a jigsaw.
Looks like it should be on a jigsaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does like a jigsaw, doesn't he, Jordan?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
What's that?
I know this is quite a long clip, this one, but I didn't want to turn camera off. So I just wanted to give you a shot of this. Just look how dry this is. Oh, Jordan's just come across that, and my best guess is it does have something to do with reservoir, but we haven't got a clue what it is. And if anyone knows, that would be greatly appreciated if you'd let us know. We'll keep going this way. There she is, look, beautiful. Well, I'm glad we've seen some deers, because we did set out to see a few today. I was beginning to panic. I thought if ever we get away from wooded area, less chance we've got of seeing them, but oh, to tell you the truth, we have been seeing them all over the place lately, haven't we? So
Yeah. I don't know very much birds and wildlife there is around us. It sounds really nice, all the song.
yeah, you don't really see it when you're in a car, do you?
No.
Gives you definitely gives you a different appreciation. Look, you can see it lying at water level
Yeah,
against the rocks there. You see different sinkhole. You can see where water usually is.
Yeah. Even waterhouse pump thing, whatever it is, how high up it should be to what it is.
Yeah, you can see it too. I ain't too sure what they are. I know they're in most of them, but you can't really get along most of them, can you?
No.
Usually locked up at beginning at a bridge, aren't they?
Yeah.
Not too sure what they are. Happen it's where taps are or something, you know, valves to let water in or out.
Yeah, bet in olden days it had been manned where they've to release. So
Yeah.
so much out.
That's a little bit computerised, wasn't it? Yeah. Look at that, there's a ladder there leading up to that bit.
Yeah.
Well, I am tempted to have a little look down there. Well, that's where we are. I were just about to have a little look down them tunnels, but don't notice that sign, and we don't want to commit any offences. I'm quite curious as to what could be down there, how far down there it goes, but probably just runs out into a bit of a brook or something, doesn't it?
It goes a long way, doesn't it?
Does look like a runoff for when reservoir does get high. That looks like some type of water treatment facility there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's a nice walk, this, isn't it?
It is. Beautiful. Oh, and I want to have a walk up there, see if there's a date on that plaque.
Yeah.
You know, for old bit.
Yeah, well spotted. Let's go and have a look at that for you. Well, before we go up there and look at that plaque, I'll just show you where water comes out of there, Luke. Into the brook. Well, we've just come up here. We did think the walk continued along that path, but then Dawn's just spotted that there. So just to let people know we aren't trespassing, like the walk does continue down here. But we just want to go and have a little look at this plaque first. Now, she has got some eyes, as Dawn. She's good at noticing and spotting stuff like that. I'd have missed that, me. Didn't even see it. Well, just to give you a look at that. It is right what I was saying earlier. It is quite dangerous going swimming in places like that because it's nice and hot and you jump in there and It's alright on surface at water, but a foot underneath it's a significant change in temperature, and it can cause your muscles to cramp up and more or less put your body in shock straight away like that. Unfortunately there's been quite a lot of people drowned like that. Just to make people aware and give them a little heads up. There we are, look. These works were inaugurated by HRH Prince George KG on the 5th of July 1932. Chairman Councillor GM Robertson, JPCC Vice Chairman.
That's pretty cool, just 90-year-old.
Yeah, I'll just give you a look at that seal. That looks nice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The Flood Water Board Incorporated, 1897. I'd just walk right past that though, well spotted. You do get a cracking view from here, look.
Yeah.
But you can see difference in storm to where water's usually up to.
You can.
And that goes up way around, like. What a view. Right. Keep continuing this walk for you. Well, I have to do it.
You're a big kid.
It's to be done. What a view you get up here.
I was just wondering if it were going to be fall number 2.
Surprising, just a few foot difference, just how much of a different view you get now. As
Yeah.
fast as that camera. I'll just show everybody the horizon, like. I'm not 100%, but from that tower, I think that could be Winter Hill over there.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't know myself, like I'm only guessing, but
I'd know if it were night time.
yeah. It does seem like every walk we go on, we can see that tower out in distance. The only way we can recognise it was with that big red light on top.
Yeah.
That house is quite big, it's a lot bigger than I thought it were.
It is,
But
isn't
it's still a bit eerie, isn't it? A bit spooky.
it? Yeah.
Seems a shame, doesn't it, to have a view like all them hills at back here. But it's completely blocked by all them trees. I bet they're scared to death going to sleep when it winds up a bit.
It'd be cool to hear the whole wind howling through trees.
Absolutely stunning. So it just goes to show how close you can get to deers without actually realising that they're there. They didn't make a sound, movement or nothing, did they?
No.
Yeah, well, we've just come through that gate there, and that's led us to this bit. And sign saying that way. I do wonder what that were at some point. I bet it had something to do with reservoir.
I bet it were a pump house, or you lived there if you worked on water, you know, back when it was first built, you know.
It'd have been something like that, wouldn't it? It's an absolutely beautiful house.
Yeah.
Has got a bit of a building there, just can't reach it. Can't get high enough to see what it is. Looks like it's an old garage or something now. You'd have loved it if it fell off that then, wouldn't you?
I was just getting my phone out just in case.
You and your mum will have to get together and brew up some more potion, I think, charge up your witchy finger. Okay. White daffodils there, look.
Yeah,
They're nice to see, aren't they?
I like them ones. They're not as common as the yellow one.
Sounds stupid, but I never really appreciated wildlife flowers or anything till recently. It was just something to look at as you drove past.
Yeah.
I really am enjoying seeing all these different stuff. It's like seeing it for new, well, for the first time again.
Yeah.
Bit of a bird's house here. It's an old wall here. Wonder what that way.
I'm not sure. But you see up there where there used to be a branch, but it's an all.
Yeah.
I reckon a woodpecker would live in a tree like that.
I reckon you're right, sweetheart.
I'm not saying for definite, it's just
Oh, I do think you're right.
if I was a woodpecker, that's where I'd live.
I think if we sat here long enough, let's set a trail cam up or something, I would like to see what we're in here.
Yeah.
You know what was using it? I did just catch a little bird then. I'm not sure what it were. What's that? There's a bit of an old building there, look. Not sure what that is. Gonna have a little walk down there and have a look what that is.
Yeah.
Just watch your face coming through here. That's definitely got some age to it, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's rusted right through.
I'm not too sure what this used to be.
Yeah, it's meant to carry the iron.
Yeah. It does look quite dilapidated, doesn't it?
It's got a chimney. Maybe it was an old waterworks building back in there.
Yeah.
Maybe it had old machinery in.
Yeah, I think you're right. Some type of storage shed or something. Well, it just says unsafe building, it doesn't say keep out or out, so.
Yeah, it says it belongs by United Utilities, so it is something to do with.
Yeah, it's something to do with
Water.
reservoir,
Oh.
isn't it? Well, there's no keep
no-
out, so there's
there's
no
no
lock on
lock.
gate.
Oh.
I'm seeing that as an invitation.
I'll wait here.
Well, there she is, look. She's more sense than me and Jordan. But the floor is absolutely rotted, so we don't want to walk too far into it. We're just having a little look about and we're just coming across that. Seems a bit ominous, doesn't it? You're next, Dave. So I don't know what happened to one before Dave. Well, that gives him something to look forward to. I just wanted to give a little look down here. I don't know what's down here. I'll have to wait till I get home to have a look about. Does look like there's a bit of a stone floor. I'm surprised Jordan got that far into it, to tell you the truth. I am.
No, I'm not liking you in there.
I'm a bit too curious for my own good. I'm walking very carefully. Sometimes I'm a bit too curious for my own good, but I did spend quite a few years in construction. I am pretty experienced at walking around old dilapidated buildings without damaging myself or hurting myself. Well, he didn't have to make me jump then, Don. Is it a record player, eh?
I bet most of young people won't know what that is.
No. They'll be looking where USB port is, won't they? It is only like 8 inches above ground, so if I do fall, I'm not going to fall far. But it's still very easy to trap your legs or something, so I'm walking on beams myself.
It does look like pre-war construction with the corrugated steel and tongue and groove planks.
I do like coming across bits and bats of old books. We have got a little rule that we never take anything because we don't want to be classed as thieves or anything like that. It doesn't really matter what we come across, we won't take now.
Just a video and a few photos.
Yeah. We do follow country code wherever we go like. We leave things exactly as we found them.
What's that book?
It does look old, does that, doesn't it? I'm not too sure what that is. It's a bit too damaged to open. It's very strange.
This looks like it could be some sort of dining hall with how long it is, I reckon.
Yeah, it could be out really, can't it?
Yeah. Just be very, very careful.
Oh, I always am, so
I know I'm always wishing you to fall, but this is worrying me a bit.
yeah, you don't need to worry about me. I am looking work joists, so I haven't beams. I am testing every footstep. I'm not sure, I think that's a owl feather. The floor is very rotted. Yeah, I did.
That's Jordan.
I wonder what that were then. Mate, I'll head back out. There she is, look. Gorgeous. Let's get a quick zoom in. I remember how towels like that back in 70s and 80s. Well, I'm surprised that's open. Well, I don't know what's in here. It does smell of coal in there. I think that's where they used to keep coal. Huh. And I'm back out. There we go.
There's a cross, he said.
Well, I hope that's not what happened to the person before Dave. It does look like a bit of a grave, yeah. Oh, a bit of a memorial to Summit with love.
That's a pheasant feather. No, don't, it's a bee.
Oh yeah, it is, it's a
It's
big.
attached to a bee.
Yeah, that's about it on for. I don't want to mess with that. There's a bit of quite a deep hole here, like. Oh, you know I'm going to have to do it. I will find something in one of these holes, won't I? I think that's just a bit of a drain for it to run off water, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, we'll keep going back along that path here.
There's another building there, but I'm not sure if that's in use or not.
Well, let's have a little walk down this way anyway. I think we'll be able to get back onto the path, won't we?
I'll find you back this way if you can't.
Yeah, I know you would. I love walking around bits of old stuff like that. Yeah, that's definitely not abandoned in that one, is it?
No. Someone been camping there? Is it just a bee box? No, it's just a bee tub.
Huh. Right, well, we've just come up from that bit. I just wanted to show you that big mess of trees there, look. It looks like one of them anarchy signs, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. The big air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've just come across this here. Not too sure what that used to be. But I think the other building, it's on the other side of them trees here. The other building we've just been in. I think it might have been a bit of an old storage place for that or something like that.
You know, Pendlewick's trail, sculpture trail.
Yeah.
Yeah, a natural grown sculpture like them bent trees.
Hey, it's a fair shaped trees, isn't it?
Yeah, it's grown naturally like that.
You see what I mean? I said we'd seen them already grown like that.
Yeah.
They must have paid somebody a fortune to make that bit of a sculpture.
Yeah.
He could have just come here and cut that then, couldn't he? Well, I said it won't be long before we end up going off track, didn't I?
Yeah. Need your help.
I got you, right. You be careful through there, Jordan.
Yeah.
Test every footstep before you put any weight on it. With that structure being up other side, I'm not too sure, you know, if there's basements or anything underneath. I've learnt you can't trust what you're walking on when you can't see it no more.
Yeah. Oh look.
Oh, it's had drainage.
Yeah.
At some point, can you see them at back there?
Yeah. It's quite a long building.
Yeah, and they're pretty similar spaced up way along it, look.
Yeah.
Well, that makes me think it was some type of toilet block maybe. I'm not too sure what's had a go with that, look, but something's definitely had a go with that door. Look at that. It seems quite low that for a birdhouse, doesn't it? Yeah, it seems quite low that for a birdhouse. I won't be a minute, I just want to go and have a look down here. I think I see another one of them bits of structures. Yeah, there's one here, Dom. Yeah, I'm not too sure what that could have been. Look how moss is growing on trees, like. Completely covered it, moss.
Yeah.
There was definitely something at some point this, weren't it?
Yeah, definitely.
It is quite big, like it runs another 20-30 feet that way. If anyone has any idea what they used to be or what they could have been, if you'd let us know in comments, that'd be greatly appreciated. We'll keep heading that way. As we're just walking up again, Don's just noticed another one, about 20 foot away from TV. That's free all in a line, like. It's a strange thing, isn't it? They seem to run quite a distance down there, no? Well, that's it, I'm intrigued now. I'm going to have a little wander down here and see if I can find anything that might shed a bit of light on what it could have been. These old pipes. That looks like asbestos pipe, so we'll leave that well be. Old iron pipes. It's crazy, isn't it, when you start looking about just how much nature does like claim things back. There's another one. Oh, it's all the same one, isn't it? Does make me wonder what could have been stored in these bowls at some point. Some are a lot more weathered than others. That one feels like it's full. Yeah, it still feels full, does that one? Lots of beams there. Some bits and bats of girders. Substantial stones there. Well, it stumped me. Ain't sure what it could have been, but I think it definitely has something to do with old house, well, old pump house or whatever we've just found. There's another one down here. There's another one down here, Don. Oh, whatever it were, it must have been there for a while for trees and stuff to be going out to them like these. It could even be something to do with war. I'm getting that type of feeling from them. Similar construction to what we found up Ambleden Hill. And that turned out to be latrines for old soldiers up there manning the air guns. I'm not saying that's what it is, but getting that type of vibe from them. There seems to be another one here, look. Let's have a little look. Can't find an all way out looking down it. Well, I'm inquisitive to what these could have been. But we having holes like that outfit drains. I'm thinking shower blocks, toilets, something like that, sinks. Who knows? Interesting. Big bit of slate. Well, we always come across something, don't we? Pardon?
The sign says United Utilities.
Which sign?
That one. I'm going to forget.
So,
Yeah, there'll be United Utilities that own land, won't it? Because at reservoir. It don't mean them structures are owned by them.
no.
From how old them trees are, it looks like it could have been here decades.
Yeah.
No, that's a modern sound, that's not.
Yeah, they aren't one now.
Yeah.
But we don't actually.
Nothing, it just went about 2 foot down that low.
Oh, I'm glad about that. Because you'd have gone down it.
Alright. You know it.
Yeah. When you opened that, I went, oh no.
What do you think? You think left here?
Yeah, this way.
Oh, as we're just walking around, we've just come across another one here. Not too sure what they were. They look pretty old. Oh, they're out telegraph poles or something like that, aren't they? Put power cables. Right, we'll keep heading down here. Oh, just to give you a look at that. Life for a Life, I've never heard of that before. Bowland Memorial Forest. What I do is when a loved one dies, you can choose between them 4 species of trees there. And they plant them in a place like this, look. And then they put you a little memorial down. You know, a little plaque. Life for a Life Memorial Forest. What a cracking idea that is. It's quite nice, that, to know.
It is, isn't it? I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, it is. It's a very good idea. I would prefer that than a graveyard, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
It does seem a lot more... Oh,
Eco. Something.
not as spooky, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A bit of a bench, look, to come and sit down and remember a loved one. Yeah, it is nice, is that? That can't be a sign saying warning frogs, can it?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I think it is, you know. It's the first one of them I've ever seen.
I'm going to say I've never seen a sign that's saying warning frogs. Unless it's some type of a endangered one or something down here.
Yeah, it's a toad.
Be careful, Jordan, if one jumps out at you, they'll have you.
Yeah, let me today.
You can jump face out and lock on.
No.
Big fucking frogs.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
No.
It has to be some type of endangered species, a toad, a frog or something, doesn't
Yeah.
it? I don't think they're actually warning you that, do you?
Probably.
Unless it's them hallucinogenic ones or something, if you touch them they could be poisonous or something.
But because at road, you know, easy to run over.
That happen. Wish you another bit of a sign outside of that explaining it.
Yeah.
I'll be wondering about that there. Yeah, well, we've just come from down there and we've just come across this. I don't know if you can see, but a curlew, a lapwing and a red shank. They're ground nesting birds that we might see on the wanders around here. We knew we'd heard curlews, but we didn't know what the other two were. Well, it turns out that house here, well, what we thought was an house, it's actually an angler's club. Makes you wonder if that's an house now, doesn't it? Well, I ain't too sure what that is. If anyone has any ideas, that'd be interesting if you could let us know. There's quite a lot of bird life around here.
There is, there's loads, isn't there?
Right, we'll keep heading this way. I'll just get a shot at reservoir from this angle. Look. Them trees over there, that's where we stopped and had a little rest and a drink earlier. Look, you can see where water usually comes up to. You can see we up moss and duckweed and stuff all hanging off all them plants where water line usually is. But as we've just come across this, looks like we're going to head into a wooded area down there. I think I can see what looks like a star down there. So before we do, we've come across a bit of nature's bench again, so we're going to sit here and have another little rest and a drink. I'll just give you another shot from that angle. We've just been talking and we didn't mean to make this video so long, but it looks like we've done it again. But when we first started off doing YouTube and making videos, doing like 15 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes, hour 15, and now they seem to be going up to like hour 45, going on for 2 hours. So we do apologise for that. You know, if it's starting to bore people, it's getting a little long for you. We won't take offence if you leave a little comment, a bit of a note, as we're not too sure ourselves what to do, whether to carry on like this, because a few people said they do like the longer ones and a few people said they like the shorter ones, so we ain't too sure. But if you've any feedback or advice on stuff like that, it'd be greatly appreciated if you let us know. But as we are getting a bit more used to it and a bit more used to talking on camera, it does seem to be getting quite longer videos we're doing, especially when we come into places where we've never seen before, because of views and stuff. I just want to share them because they are absolutely staggering.
Yeah, they are stunning and beautiful. Too good to not share.
Yeah, that's exactly my thoughts as well.
Yeah.
So if it is getting a little, if they are getting a little long for you, you know what I mean, happen maybe watch them in 2 parts. Maybe we should start putting them on in 2 parts. I don't really know. But any feedback on that would be greatly appreciated. Look, a little birds gathered up in middle there, look.
Yeah, that must be a place to be if you're on a bird there.
Yeah. But it's weird how where all birds seem to be congregated there. It seems to be a bit of a different coloured water, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it on camera. I'm not too sure what that's about. But look at that island there. I'd love to come up and just spend the day on that.
Yeah.
I bet no one's been in there for a while. It'd take some getting to, wouldn't it?
You never know with this weather, if it keeps drying up, you might be able to walk to it in a few weeks.
Definitely. Oh, I'm not too sure what that is in distance. It looks like a bit of an abandoned building from down here, but when I face that way I've got sun glare on camera so I can't see.
Yeah.
So I'll wait till I get home to see what that way.
It is, maybe it's one for another day.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think it is. What a shame. Just as I keep saying, you know, we don't want the videos to be too much longer. I am running out of battery and running out of space for memory. We start coming across all these abandoned structures and stuff.
Yeah, but we can come back.
Yeah, but there's always next time. Otherwise, usually I'd be straight over there and having a little look. Well, I am trying to make these clips a bit shorter now. I do apologise for length of time, but I couldn't walk past that without giving you a shot of that. It's absolutely beautiful. We'll keep heading this way. Well, looks like we're getting towards the end of this now. But we are a bit gutty because the more we're walking now, we keep seeing abandoned buildings and old structures in distance. But we're trying to keep the video not as long as what we're expecting it to be. We think we've got about an hour and a half worth of film there, so we don't want to put people off watching us. So we will be up here in the future, and we're going to check out all these little abandoned structures and stuff. I'll just give you a quick look around in distance. There's one down there, look. Usually we'd be all over that. I am very inquisitive as to what they were, what could be in them. It looks like there's a few more over in distance, look. And we did see 2 or 3 on way up to it, so we will be up here in the future, but I think we're going to start from this way round instead of way round that we came. Well, there you go. I don't want to stand too long next to that. I don't think Mother Ghost down there very keen on the stud here. That's something we haven't come across before.
That's walking.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oak walking we've done. We've never so much as come across a pigeon egg. Never mind a nest of goose eggs like that.
No.
Look out for a patch of wild garlic. That was a bit treacherous coming down there, wasn't it?
It was.
Right. We have come a bit off track. We'll keep heading this way around. That must have fell over a long time ago, that, for it to look like that.
Definitely.
Nature's almost had that back. You can smell that garlic, can't you?
Yeah, it smells proper fresh.
I don't know if you can tell on camera, but we've just come right across there. But as I was helping Jordan get across that bit of a stream down there, I got Dawn up first and she managed to make herself forward to that sign. And just as I pulled Jordan up the banking, she shouted, "Keep still, it says unexploded landmines." And it almost sent Jordan into a wiggle.
I couldn't resist.
Couldn't resist you. Scared us both to death then, to her. I thought that's it, she's stuck.
What would I say? Stop!
Oh. See what? That were a good bit of acting. That convinced us both, did that? Well, that just goes to give you a little glimpse into Dawn's twisted mind. She said she'll be laughing up way home there.
Yeah.
You just look at Jordan, look. I think he'll be shaking out way home.
That's how we get to the bottom of the hill and go, yeah, we've both got this way now.
We've gone a bit off beaten track here a bit, but
yeah, we've got about 20 minutes before it's dark, so we've no torches.
it's all part of exploring, isn't it? Look at that there, that's pretty cool, isn't it though? Yeah, makeshift campsite. I can't see that being a makeshift shelter, even though it looks like one.
Maybe it looks like it's firewood.
Yeah, this happened for drying wood or something. If you fit it under there, it's an lumper.
Potential camp spot we could drop, put a tent down, we've already got a fire pit.
Yeah, it'd be ideal, it'd be great, wouldn't it?
Nice dark woods behind you.
Well, just look at difference in colour in there.
Oh my god, that's really dark.
I know this video is getting longer and longer, but You can't see into them at all, can you? Look.
No.
Right, we'll keep heading this way. Oh, way then, there somehow we managed to come off the path a bit. So we just thought we'd go as the crow flies and head across this bit here. We were up on that ridge up there, if you can just see on the horizon. Now we'll head this way. Oh, it's pretty big.
Hopefully it's just a bonus fire.
Hopefully that's just a bit of a farmer doing a bit of burning in his field, but for me it looks quite big. Well, I really do hope it's not the side of a moorland or something going up in flames. But just to show you what we've just come across, that were absolutely crackers. We came down from there and come right across all that. Well, that way round. But you can see just how low it is compared to how it is usually.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, well, we've just come through there. We've seen a bit of a game trail going this way into the woods. And Dawn thinks that car park's on the other side of it. Well,
Yeah, it is. It's
a bit of a path to the
right.
other side of it, so we're going to head through the woods. And hopefully we'll come across a bit of a path. Well, I had a feeling we'd be going off beaten track today, but not like this. This is about off beaten track as it gets, I think. Right, we've just come across along there. Look what we've just come across here, like.
It's open. Whoa.
What's it? The shan't torch on that. Stock's bird hide. Look at these on one. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for a coffee time. What are you saying?
Coffee time.
Look how smart all that is, look.
That's well cool.
It's informative, isn't it?
Is that butterfly there?
Oh, I'm not sure. Look at them, look.
It's very cool.
Foxes, deers, storks.
That's well cool.
That's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at view you get over there. Hey, well, we'll have us coffee time.
Yep.
Right, there you have it. We're going to end this video here. Car's only up this little track here, so hopefully you've all enjoyed what you've seen. Thanks for coming with us on another one. It has been a bit eventful, that. I've got a bit off beaten track and a little bit of a wander around. We have enjoyed ourselves, so it's a bit long, but if anyone has any views or comments on that, If you let us know, we'll take it to heed.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on his adventures. Please like, share, comment. Hope you've enjoyed his videos.
I'll subscribe.
And subscribe. Yeah. Thanks, George.
Have a good night. Bye.